My girlfriend introduced me to her brother. But one photo exposed the truth. I had been dating my girlfriend for about 8 months when she finally introduced me to her family. Up until that point, I had only heard stories about them. She talked a lot about her parents and especially about her older brother, saying they were extremely close. So when she invited me to a small family dinner, I was actually excited. I thought it was a big step in our relationship. When I arrived at her parents' house, everything seemed completely normal. Her parents were friendly, the food was great, and the whole evening felt comfortable. Later that night her brother showed up. She introduced him casually and said, "This is my brother Ryan." Ryan seemed polite enough. He shook my hand, asked a few questions about work, and joined us at the table. But after a while, I noticed something strange. Every time my girlfriend and Ryan talked, there was this weird tension between them. It wasn't exactly hostile, but it didn't feel like normal sibling energy either. At first I told myself I was probably overthinking it. A few weeks later, I was hanging out at my girlfriend's apartment while she was in the shower. My phone battery was dying, so I asked if I could use her laptop charger. She told me it was in her desk drawer. While looking for the charger, I accidentally knocked over a small photo album that had been sitting in the drawer. The album opened when it hit the floor, and a few pictures slid out. One of the photos immediately caught my attention. It was a picture of my girlfriend and Ryan. But they weren't standing like siblings in the photo. They were hugging each other in a way that couples usually do. Even stranger, the picture had a small date written in the corner from 3 years earlier. Curious and confused, I flipped through a few more photos. Almost every picture showed them together, at restaurants, on vacations, even celebrating what looked like an anniversary. My stomach dropped. When my girlfriend walked back into the room, I was still holding the photos. She froze the moment she saw them in my hands. For a few seconds, neither of us said anything. Finally she sighed and admitted the truth. Ryan wasn't her brother at all. He was actually her ex-boyfriend. They had dated for 4 years before breaking up, but they stayed close friends afterward. The reason she introduced him as her brother was because she thought it would be less awkward than explaining the full story. But standing there in that moment, I realized something. Calling your ex your brother isn't less awkward. It's just a much bigger lie.